Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Nathan and today I'm going to be discussing 2020 draft prospect Jack Quinn and if he is the best goal scorer in this entire draft class. Now Jack Quinn is getting a lot of attention recently and for good reason. He's been lining up the OHL so far this year with the Ottawa 67s and right now is being considered to go inside the top 15 at this year's NHL draft. But is that attention deserved and is he the best goal scorer in this entire NHL draft? Watch till the end for all my rankings and opinions, and of course hit that subscribe button if you're new. Now as I said before, Jack Quinn has been one of the more underrated prospects and under the radar prospects until probably the last couple of months where the attention for him has been at an all-time high. Now the 18-year-old right winger, 5'11", from Canada, once again is having a fantastic season with the Ottawa 67s, and the goal scoring is the main highlight. Now so far in 56 games with Ottawa, he's gotten 47 goals, 33 assists for 80 points. And again, those numbers have been soaring since about December, where he's been on an absolute tear, has had a bunch of multi-goal games, and has just been absolutely lighting up the OHL. Same thing with Marco Rossi, who is over 100 points as we speak, and Jack Quinn is set to be at that point too. Probably going to get around 95 to 100 points, and maybe even up to possibly 60 goals by the time the season is over and done with. That's how good his season has been, and that's how good he's been, especially recently. And having a great name definitely does help, especially in Jack Quinn's case, where he has the first name of both Quinn Hughes and Jack Hughes in his name. I would also not be surprised if his middle name is Luke, by the way. Also helps on top of that with how good he's been, and he has been really good. As a goal scorer, it's not just the stats that he puts up, but he's always in a position to succeed, and so far Ottawa has been getting a lot more ice time as the year has gone by. And that's pretty much just been his case. The more ice time he gets, the better he's been, alongside great star players like Marco Rossi on that great 67s team. And Jack Quinn, for me personally, has gone from a guy maybe 25 to 30 in my rankings to a guy that could push for the top 15 when it's all said and done. Right now it's probably around my 18, 19, but I think can be in that top 15, especially when you look at the goal scoring and the points he's been producing. But there's a lot of reasons for that, and the context does matter. And I'm not going to discredit what Jack Quinn has been doing because, again, he has been lights out, but there's a lot of reasons why Jack Quinn has been on this tear, and there's a lot of context to play here. Now, firstly, we need to look at his team in the Ottawa 67s, who have been one of the best teams across the entire OHL, offensively dominant. Even though Jack Quinn has been a big part of that, you have some amazing teammates, and again, Marco Rossi, who is leading all draft eligibles in points in the CHL. That obviously factors in with Marco Rossi getting hot and Jack Quinn as well. And then we also look at the age of Jack Quinn, which is different with Rossi, even though Rossi is just a little bit younger. Right now, Jack Quinn, he was born on September 19th, 2001. That is just a few days before the cutoff for the 2019 draft. If he was just 8 days younger, he would be the exact same age as Nicholas Robertson, who was drafted in the second round by the Leafs in last year's draft. Nicholas Robertson has the same amount of goals in 15 less games. So although Jack Quinn's season has been great, the age is a huge factor. And even though there's a lot of ice time differences between a year ago and right now, Jack Quinn could have been a guy that might have even gone undrafted if he was a week older. We look at his stats in the OHL last year. He only got 32 points in 61 games played, 12 goals, 20 assists. And you look at Nicholas Robertson, who's just a week older. He got over a point per game in his draft year last year and was drafted in only the second round. We look at now Jack Quinn's production, and although again it is very good, and he's been up to one of the elite levels in the OHL, he is one of the oldest prospects in this entire draft, and that production is to be expected. Now, I also want to tone back that criticism a bit, because with Jack Quinn, there's been some big noticeable differences in his game from last year to this year, and it's obvious that he made some big-time improvements, especially throughout this season, that has led him to be so dominant in the past couple of months. Firstly, when it comes to goal scoring, you get a jump of 12 goals, to 47 so far, and that's no coincidence. He's always had a very good shot, but it seems like his shot has gone to an elevated level. He might not have the best shot in the draft class, but in terms of shot level, it is definitely one of the best in the entire year. When it comes to speed, when it comes to accuracy, there's not many other prospects that touch that. And the offensive ability and the offensive IQ has also had a big jump, I would say. Although I don't think the IQ has changed much, when it comes to pure luck, having the right teammates, and really getting that chemistry, it's been there throughout this season, and he's been a lot more smart with his play. He's been more ambitious in the offensive zone, I would say, too, and that's led to more scoring chances and more goals, and frankly, more points too. And it isn't just the offense that has seen some noticeable differences, because it's also been the defensive game that has been a lot stronger with Jack Quinn and a lot more noticeable. He might not be the best defensive forward on the ice, but he always tries hard, and that is a big difference, and it's something you want to see in a prospect that young. Although he might not be a defensive juggernaut, he's very serviceable and can hold his own, which again, for a winger especially, is super special and unique. That's a guy that can score goals, can get points, but the overall game is a lot stronger than it used to be, which raises his stock a lot, and I think it will be the case in June. Now, going back to the question at hand of if he is the best goal scorer in this draft, it's a question that for Jack Quinn, yes, is important, but at the same time, again, as I said before, I think the other assets of his game can be more important to him. I think the goal scoring has been overhyped, even though it is great. I think there's a lot of other stuff in his game, the 200-foot game, the solid playmaking skills, and the power play dominance that will lead him to solid success in the NHL, rather than just a great shot, which he has. Personally, I think in terms of pure goal scoring, Alexander Holtz is better set up for that. I think he has a slightly better shot, and creating opportunities for himself, I think he's better for that also. At the same time, though, I don't think Jack Quinn needs to be the best goal scorer in this draft to have a lot of value. And for me personally, if I'm going to put Jack Quinn in my top 15, it's not just going to be because of the goal scoring, but the overall game that I think he can possess. When it comes to the determination, when it comes to the work ethic, I think it is there in a guy like Jack Quinn, and I think that's what he will bring in the NHL. Even though I think he is overrated in some parts, he's a guy that production-wise deserves the hype he is getting. And although there are some big context to take away from this as well, Jack Quinn is a guy that more than likely is going to go inside the top 15 in this draft, and a guy that will get a lot of stock and a lot of hype on draft day. But that'll be it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed or are just stopping by, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already to get notified for every single upload. Of course, comment down below your thoughts on Jack Quinn, what you think of him, where you'd have him in your rankings, and if he is the best goal scorer of this draft. Make sure to share this video with your friends, get the Jack Quinn hype out there as well. And also click on this card to watch all of my hockey prospect content right in one playlist. My name is Nathan, and I'll see y'all next video or stream. Goodbye.